Hello, everybody. Today I would like to speak about happiness with my dear co host, Leia. We are at the moment in a park, so it might be a little bit noisy. Actually, we are in a bay, so maybe you will hear some boats and a bit of water background. And so, hello, Elle. How are you?
Hi, Mr. Pierre. I'm good. How about you?
I'm really good. Yeah, I'm really happy to finally host another amazing episode with you.
Yes, it has been quite a busy week, almost month, I would say. But yeah, it's good to be back. And yes, once again, we're going to speak about happiness,
Happiness.
as we always do. Like we've had plenty of episodes speaking
We do,
about happiness.
because we believe it's really important. However, we speak a lot about happiness, but it doesn't mean we are necessarily the
The happiest.
Sorry, I'm speaking about myself first because I don't know for you, Elle, but about myself, I'm not always the happiest person because sometimes I feel down because we all have different things that drive us, different passions and different motivations. And in my case, if I feel that I didn't use my day well, or if I don't have any long-term goals or project, I don't feel that happy either. What about you, Elle? How would you rate happiness? I mean, it's actually hard because we should rate our happiness with us before, but we should never compare our happiness with someone else because I believe then we would compare our inside to the outside, what someone shows. And usually when you meet people, even really close friends, they will not necessarily speak about how sad they are if they feel sad. However, they will always more likely to show the good things and the happy things. Not always, but more often, I would say. I don't know, I might be mistaken. So how is your happiness level for you, Elle?
Okay, so let me just get this straight. We don't do a podcast, and then the first time we do a podcast, update, we're depressed.
This will be
This will be used against us at some point. Just kidding. Anyway,
don't get us wrong. We are happy.
we are happy.
Very happy.
Yes, but sometimes in life, there's just these things that we don't know, and yet we don't know what they are, but then we know that something is missing.
Exactly.
It's like, I don't know what it is, but something is missing. And that mysterious piece of puzzle
Yeah, that's
is
missing piece.
is going to make me happy, question mark, because in the end it's like, once you have a thing, it's like, okay, now I need another mysterious thing or another thing to make me happy. So once we achieve things, actually, like, it makes you happy, but then it's like an adrenaline junkie, in this case you're happiness chasing junkie. So for me, if I rate my level of happiness, I would say mid.
Mid, so in the middle.
Yeah, I'm not.
Right.
Yeah, so it's basically because I'm transitioning from like, let's just put it vaguely, like I'm transitioning from one to the other. It's just like I'm still adjusting. I am still trying to accept a few facts that there are things that I cannot do anymore, and there are things that I must do, just to help me more or less have the same life as what I had before.
So you are transitioning from one to another place, you mean?
Yes. So it's like,
Cities.
it's still it's still going to take some time to be used to what is my present at the moment. But we're getting there, slow and steady. It's not a race. And yeah.
And So for you, this is what you believe is the factor of why you think you are mid happy.
Um, with
Because
that
yeah,
aspect, but there are other
right.
there are other aspects that I'm really happy about, like the place, regardless of where I will be, it doesn't change, you know. But now it's like this thing is taking too much of me, you know.
Right.
So I have to fix this one first to be like to be like say, yeah, I'm happy, you know. Although I am happy, but like mid, you know, like not like elated, like I wanna jump
Not
on the
fulfilled.
ocean. I don't know. Not fulfilled. I don't know.
Yeah, not.
Let's just say that how do I say it? Like I am not yet in a place in my journey where I need to feel a fulfillment, because when you say I am not fulfilled, meaning you have everything, you have a house, you have the job, you have the girlfriend, you have the food, you have everything, but you don't feel fulfilled. That's a big difference with me, because I am still like fixing, let's just say fixing job, you know, like I'm still fixing those things about me. It's like it's not a matter of being fulfilled, but more of like, let's fix these aspects of my life, and then maybe when I fix all of this, let's see if there are things that will make me feel fulfilled, right? Like taking like a big project that I have right now, which is taking the CAPS. And
So the
I
CAPS is a exam,
yes,
a test.
just an explanation. A CAPS is like you transfer your like a knowledge stream examination to become a chemist here in Australia. So
In
we're
a
still
different
here
country.
yes, we're still here in Australia. So that's like maybe once I fix these things, this little aspects in my life, and then, you know, once I can focus on studying CAPS and maybe see how I go, maybe I would think, oh, I feel fulfilled with my studying habits, or I don't feel fulfilled with my studying habits, you know. I feel like I should do more, stuff like that. It's like, yeah, if you get what I'm saying. Like, if you don't feel fulfilled, that means all the basics are there, but you still
Piece is
don't.
missing.
Yes, the missing piece, the mystery missing piece, you know, because it's like the piece of security, piece of personal relations, piece of like social, piece of like, you know, like
Usually it's like a wheel, like you have a circle and you have different areas in your life. Like you could see that on the internet. I think it's the happiness. What's the name again of that one? The happiness. I forgot the name, but it's like a circle, and it shows the different areas in your life, and you have personal life, you have professional life, financial, so everything about finance in your life, and you have friends, social life, and so you see in each area of your life where you are at.
and once you know where you're at,
But this helps. However, sometimes once you do this, you still believe this one piece of the puzzle, of the happiness puzzle, missing somewhere, which is like, okay, I don't feel that fulfilled because I have everything. However, maybe my lifestyle at the moment doesn't make sense to me, doesn't speak to me. It's like something is not there. In your case, Elle, you, at least at the moment,
yes,
you know a bit the reason why, you know where you have to work at to fix to be like from mid happiness to a higher happiness, at least to feel happier, because you will know, okay, I know in a day, in my daily life, I need this and this and this. I have some worries that preoccupied me, and I have to fix them. And once I fix them, I will feel more relaxed. Maybe after it will be like,
More,
you know,
for sure, there's more.
there are more,
Yeah.
but at least you know on the things you have to work at the moment, because the fact that you don't feel that happy, I mean, you are happy, but meet happy is, you know, the reason behind.
Yeah, but you know, but in
It's
but just in that aspect, I would say, like, you know, my personal life is amazing, but yeah, I feel like there are other aspects in my life in which you said, like, there's a circle,
Yeah.
like there's a wheel, you know, like there are some aspects in that wheel that I am, you know, I'm still building myself back up, and I need to build that part of the wheel to make a full circle, and then let's see if I still feel unfulfilled. Then, you know, that's when you think that, yes, I still need to work on something about me.
I see. Yeah, and that's important. Like in my case, I believe for me, it's more complex. I mean, happiness is something really complex, actually. And it's something, it's a mood, so it changes all the time. And sometimes we don't know what's the reason, we don't really know how to fix it. So here, like, there's a happiness wheel I was looking at. So some of them, they have a lot of different aspects, like a lot of different areas. Some of them are more simple. For instance, it will be self-image of yourself. Spiritual, it will be personal growth, which is also important. It's a bit small. I don't know, Elle, if you can see better than me.
Then afterwards,
Contribution,
there's recreation,
fun, hobbies, probably romance, love, family, social, friends, health, fitness, and then we'll have finance, wealth, and then business, careers, and studies, and that's pretty much it. There are a lot of different ones you can find on the internet. It's either the wheel of life, happiness wheel, could be also, a life wheel, basically, wheel of life. Did you ever use this kind of template wheel for you, Leah?
No, I haven't.
Right. In my case, I have seen this a bit. However, no, I haven't really used it too much. Like here we can see we have, again, friends, family, finance. It does help. Actually, yeah, I did use it a while ago now. I think it was in 2016, 17. And you know at least in what areas you have to work. And then you set some goals every day, some daily goals. Every day, I want to increase the area which is friends, maybe, and to grow my friendship network. And then I would maybe I have some financial issues. How can I save more money? How can I make more money? Maybe I should use a money tracker, expense tracker. And then you could even also, for doing this, you could use like a mood tracker. You have some on the internet, some apps out there you can use. And then if you feel that you want to give back things, or sometimes you want to give back to your community something, you can do some volunteering works, helping your community. And then health is something also really important. Some of the areas don't have to be that high for you. It depends what's important for you. That's also, some people are more social, and so when they don't see a lot of people, they feel directly really sad because they are extrovert by default. If you're more introvert, maybe the social, fun, friendship area of the wheel doesn't have to be as big as health. And physical environment, also the environment where we are, it's important too. But again, even by doing this, sometimes we feel a bit like something is missing. We don't know why. And again, happiness is not something easy, and you will always have moments in your life where you will feel not happy or a bit down, to be, a bit softer. Like, what do you think about it, Elle?
Well, that's true. I sometimes feel down, and I look for the reason actually, and then I just don't know, I think that's one of the challenges of life, I would say, like finding yourself, because even we don't know ourselves at all.
Do you believe this for you, or everybody doesn't know? Like, there's still a part we are looking for.
Well, at least for me, because I couldn't speak for everybody. But
Sure.
It's like some have their, okay, sorry for cursing, but some have their shit together, which is nice. But
Do you mean they share? What do you mean by this exactly? They share what
they have their shit together, meaning their personal life is happy, the career is where they want to be,
right.
Like everything is falling perfectly in place for them, and that's good. But still, it's like, it's none of my business, because my business is me.
Exactly. I see. Yeah.
Kudos for them, I would say.
Oh, sorry.
Kudos.
Oh yeah, kudos. Right. Did you find this to other people you meet and are close to?
I haven't
No.
personally, because I feel like when actually you have your shit together, it's like you still have a different problem. Like either, I don't know, your brother gets diagnosed with leukemia. Like
instance,
everything. Like we all have our different versions of the poop hitting the fan, I would say. Like, like we have our own versions of it. And it's like, this is why we just get by, sometimes. And I'm really expert at getting by.
Right. Do you have an example, like not too personal?
What do you mean, getting by?
Yes.
Like now,
Oh, right.
Like,
yeah, I see.
like I have this is too personal for me, but yeah, I'm just getting by at the moment, hoping for the best and see where it goes.
Exactly, because of some transitions.
Yes.
Because of some things that do happen in your life.
Yes. And me, I'm a bit of like I want stability when it comes to my financials, so I don't like it when this is getting too personal, but yeah, but there are aspects financially, like it gives me anxiety for some reason, like, but it's just me, and yeah, so at the moment I'm working on that one. So I'm not a gambler or anything. I don't have any vice that is financially detrimental, but just to be vague, yes. Anyway, what about
Right.
you?
Well, for me, I think my happiness is quite complex, and I believe sometimes, I believe for me it's more like, it's not, sometimes I feel like it's, I want to be, like, I believe for me, my main anxiety, one of them at least, is time and how time flies, and things I want to accomplish in my life are crucial, are so important, and when you see the time flying, days passing, years, you want to do a lot because you want to do them. You are like meant to do them. Like, for instance, you have a lot of dreams, but not only dreams, you also have things in your bucket list. And when you see that you are behind schedule, in my case, it's when it stresses me a lot, and when I definitely don't feel happy, or when I feel frustrated. And sometimes I feel frustrated. Usually it's about external things, like about work. So about, when you work for someone, and it's not about the company or whatsoever, it's about the things that do happen. And when I see a lot of work I have to do, then I feel overwhelmed a little bit, and sometimes I feel a bit nervous. I feel a bit stressed, and so this is when I feel a bit down and not that happy, and that becomes an issue, especially when I know on the side I want to accomplish a lot, part of my personal goals, projects, constitution. Like constitution, I would say like a self-constitution is like things you promise to yourself to do, to accomplish. In my case, could be like waking up early, having daily routines, and so on.
You know what, Mr. Pierre? If I didn't know you like in such a personal level, like I know you as a friend. I know we're friends, but like I know you as like a friend, but not as personal level as we have now. I feel like I would see you as somebody who got your shit together. Like wow, he has his shit together. He has traveled so much. He's experienced a lot of things, and for me it's like yeah, that's how I see you, and I am happy for you. But then sometimes, like for a person like me, I'm not entirely like somebody who wants to have like an ultra goal, like something that is like I don't have this I don't have like I have goals for sure, but if I'm not going to achieve them, I don't shrivel and die, let's say. Like, and I've known people who, like, let's say time wise, who has passed on to heaven and they didn't achieve a lot in life, and they were okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm those people, like if I don't achieve them, that's fine, because if I beat myself over it, then I'm just hurting myself, but it doesn't mean that I shouldn't work on them, like I don't know, like die trying, let's say.
I see. I believe it's
just
everybody has different
perspectives.
perception,
Yeah.
and I believe it's part of the personality also.
Yeah,
Personality,
personality, like education.
could be too, indeed, but also
Definitely education.
personality and how, like for me, time is so valuable. So this is why traveling a lot, yes, but again, I believe it's also from what you compare to. Like in my case, what I have traveled, for some people it's a lot, but for some others, maybe back home I used to surround more with, it's not a lot. And for some others it's like nothing. I know even some people, for me it's not a competition, it's just because it's my passion. And so when it's your passion, I believe it's definitely not a lot. And traveling doesn't mean it's accomplishing things to me. For me, it's like traveling while learning new things and opening my mind and growing up thanks to the travel. I see this as a self-help, basically. Traveling, it's like it makes me feeling great because I would learn and I would have some haha moments I wouldn't have otherwise. But yeah, I absolutely understand. Like this is of course just for me, and I never want, like, everybody is different, and we really have to know ourselves and to understand ourselves, and it's so important to know what's good for and never be influenced if after we are not happy. Because it's not for us. Being influenced because we know what we are doing at the moment doesn't make us happy, and so being influenced in the good way, that's really good. But being influenced to something we are not, and we know it won't make us well, then it's not a good influence. So you have good and bad influences. In my case, I'm very stubborn. I don't think maybe a bit of education, yes, that's right. but not really been influenced. Again, about happiness, it's important to know yourself. It's important to know what's right for you and your values, your culture, from where you are from, and what you want. Like usually, we speak also about vision boards. You probably have heard about it, Elle.
I've heard about mood boards.
Oh, mood boards. Did you heard about vision boards? Like, if you want to. Okay, here we speak again about traveling, because I believe it's the easiest example I can give. I did this personally, so this is why it will be a great example, because I have done it and it did work. I really wanted to go to Iceland. I was and I'm still fascinated about countries in the north of Europe. So basically, is the Scandinavian countries, so Finland, Sweden, Norwegian, Iceland, and even Greenland and Denmark, although I haven't been to all of them. But Iceland was my dream. So I say Northern Europe, but actually it's Scandinavian countries. And Iceland, I didn't know how to go. I was working full-time too, and I knew I didn't want to go for just 1 week. And so I set a background of Iceland on my phone. So the background photo was a photo of Reykjavik, and then I had a photo also on the background of my computer, my laptop. The same, I printed some photos and I put them on the wall. I had like a wall where you can put, some postcards and some photos. I put them there on my wall. Every day I could see them. I did the same with pretty much everything I could do. I changed, so background, photos, mobile, everything. And I was thinking about it a lot. I was watching videos on YouTube about Iceland. And the more I was into it, the more I knew, it's actually possible. It's close. And if every day you see Iceland, photos of Iceland, you say, okay, now it's time to take some leaves. If you don't have 2 weeks off, how can you do it? Can you ask for more? Yes, no. For me, I wanted to, at the end, I stayed there for 20 plus days. And it was amazing. And also I did some volunteering works there. So I could even be more involved and learn more things about the country. And I believe I did it quicker. Definitely, I did it quicker, because if you see, for you, Elle, if your dream is to do, it doesn't have to be traveling, it's maybe something else. You want to be wealthier. If you put maybe different photos and you see it every day, your brain, it's a little bit like the attraction law, So if every day you see it, you will do different habits, you will do different actions. If you see Iceland every day, you say, oh, come on, Pierre, I shouldn't lie on my sofa. I should book my flight ticket now. I should take leaves. I should move on. I should, take actions now. And that helps a lot. And it can be like, if I want to be a better speaker, I will print some of my favorite speakers on the wall. I will listen him all the time, or her all the time, in a podcast, in webinars and things like this. Audiobooks about how to be a better speaker. I would think about that speaker, because that speaker, for me, it's a really inspirational speaker. But for instance, Brian Tracy could be one of them. And every day I will do a little action that will help me to lead there. Obviously, if you feel under pressure, it will impact your happiness too. It has to impact your happiness in a good way. In my case, at least, if every day I do a progress for what I really want, then I know I'm on the right track. But when I feel lost, when I know my GPS is broken, my GPS obviously is a metaphor, but I don't know where I go, I go nowhere, then this is where I know I feel quite down, because I just don't know where I am. And if every day I do a good progress of what I'm doing, I know I'm on a good track, I'm on the good path, and bit per bit I'm getting there, then it's when I feel good, because I know, even especially if you can measure it, you can know, okay, now I'm pretty sure in 20 days I will be there. I already booked my first conference room. I'm ready to speak. I have already some people who booked my new seminar, webinar, seminar. It depends where you do it. Maybe it will be just a conference for you, or just an audiobook. You want to publish an audiobook. You have done almost all of the chapters. You see, okay, 10 more days. I will do the last chapter. I will publish it on Audible, and then I will set a price. If I don't have a company, or if I'm not self-employed, I will just register myself, and then I'm ready.
You know what? When you said about a mood board, it's like, if you wanted to be
Vision
more
board.
vision board, like if you want to be more financially stable, it's like I was thinking about like ski mask, like
Skin mask.
ski mask, and hiring a driver, and
mask,
having
oh, yeah.
some fake guns, and then robbing a bank.
No, it has to be obviously positive. So someone wealthy that inspired you, but not only. Could be just photos of, if you would love to live in a beautiful villa, mansion. I think it's not really your type, but
No.
if you would love to be free of eating whatever you wish, just put some photos of really yummy meals, and think about, okay, once I have achieved that goal of, I don't know, having maybe a job working for myself that will pay this, I will be able to go in any kind of restaurants, never look at the price, going to, I see that restaurant, it looks yummy, okay, it's $200 the meal, like, you know, those kind of fancy Japanese restaurants where you have the cook cooking in front of you, and I think it's like $240 per head, and you say, oh yeah, of course, I will never look at the price anymore. And maybe putting those kind of photos, it has to be a vision, something your brain can absorb. It has to be, so the image is mostly something that makes sense to you. It doesn't have to be, it can be just the result of it. It doesn't have to be what it is, it can be the result. So for you, if you want to be financially free, which I believe for a lot of people they would love to, doesn't mean to be rich, but just financially free could be the result of it. So you could put photos of what it will be like once you have achieved that kind of, maybe I don't really like the term autopilot business, because firstly
Passive?
I haven't done it. Passive business.
Passive income?
Passive income. I tried to when I was a freelancer back in the days, like 5-6 years ago, but it does work. But for me, it was little money. It was with Google AdWords, Google Ads, and it was like, I wasn't free financially, but it was, you are still making some money from the ads or from affiliations while you sleep. That's definitely true. So let's move on. Do you have any bucket lists for you?
I think my end goal here is to have a little cottage in a small, quiet village where I have like a few chickens that will give me eggs every day.
That's one of your bucket lists.
Not my bucket list, but the end goal of my life.
Oh yeah.
Like,
what do you mean by end goal?
Like this is it. I've done everything. Time to grow vegetables and sell them. And
so this is where you will feel like stable or matured in your growth of your personal life.
Like that's it, like this is it. Wow, I've achieved a lot, and I will be a seamstress, and I will sew the dresses in my own time, and then maybe once or twice every week I'll go to like a market, set up my tent, sell all my vegetables, sell all the baked goods that I have, then pack home, then leave afterwards. Or probably have a bakery and, like when all of my goods are sold, goodbye, I'm close. Like I am just having enough, like I am comfortable in my little cottage. And during winter, I'm gonna turn on my fireplace and, read some book, do some things, like those simple things that are amazing.
And what is really nice about it?
And I will have a donkey.
A donkey. Nice. Yeah, that's a nice pet, I believe. I never had my own donkey, but I would, yeah. What's amazing about it is that you smile a lot while saying this. Smiling, like happy smiling. This could be actually part of your vision board too, El. Like you could post some images of those results, the income of what it will give back, and that's really important. And by doing this, you will see by posting those photos of the end goal you want to for you, it's like your final, like that's where I will be so happy of what I have done, because this is like my dream lifestyle, I would say. And once you are there, you will be able to just relax. And so now, maybe speaking again about vision boards, you could start by, I don't know if some photos of chicken would help, but at least
of donkey from Shrek.
Yeah, if you really like a donkey, obviously your donkey won't be the one from Shrek, but it could definitely help. So vision boards are really powerful. Attraction law, you believe it or not, but if you always surround yourself with those kind of information and those kind of people where you want to be at, like, those people who have already done what you want to, it will, even if you don't speak with them, but just surrounding yourself with this, it will, by definition, it will help, because the habits and the actions you will take will be more aligned, because it will be aligned with what you are surrounding yourself with.
So basically Pavloving yourself into achieving your goals. That's good.
In a positive way.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's a bit like a self-affirmation, you could say to yourself. Positive affirmation, you say to yourself. I don't know why it's usually in front of the mirror, but it's because it works better.
Yes, I believe that's true. But although I'm still bad at application, let's just say.
That's why vision boards, if you see it every day, no one is forcing you to apply, but because you see it, you will apply those habits, you will take actions in conscious way, I would say, thanks to the vision board. So this is really powerful, because just by seeing what you see every day, it's the same as surrounding yourself with good things. Is the environment will dictate where you should go, because you dictate the environment where you want to go. And so after, it's just a passive way to improve yourself. It will be passively, you will grow thanks to the environment you set for yourself. And so by surrounding yourself with what you see every day, what you hear, you could also watch some good documentaries. And I know that's a little bit of an action. It's not there all the time, but it will help too. The same as what I did, for instance, watching some videos about Iceland. I could see how amazing it was, although the photos were already amazing, but the videos were I could feel it even better.
Yeah, I haven't done that. I think that's a good experiment for me. And yeah, actually, I am thinking of trying that. I think we've spoken about it before, but I think it's a good thing to see if it's, like Pavloving yourself is for everybody,
You have to try. No one can say, I mean, if you haven't tried, you have no idea. Yeah. So you definitely have to first try and see how it works for you. At least for 21, 28 days, I would say. Don't try for one day. It's definitely not enough. It has to be first part of your life, so 28 days. And then you can just do a review.
Yeah, that's a good idea, and that's a good project for me.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm really happy if you... so I suggest anyone to try this. Would you have anything else to add, Elle?
For me, I think that's all of it.
All of it?
Yes.
So I wish everybody an amazing happy life. And I wish you a really amazing happy life, Elle.
You too, mister.
See you, and so see you in another episode. We will see you for another really interesting and probably happy topic.